So if you watched my last TBR video, I did it. I finally did it. I broke out of my slump. I had only read 2 books in May, 3 in June, and I was looking to get back on track and actually be reading books really consistently like I've been doing. And for the month of July, I had a successful TBR. I set out a pretty big goal for myself and I met it. I've read 6 books this month, but that's not what this video is about. What this video is going to be is another TBR, my August TBR, and I'm going to be following up the July one, and hopefully I'm going to hold myself to the same expectations and hopefully meet them once again and keep up this pace. Now, really quickly before I do get started, please hit the like button and subscribe down below. Leave a comment if you like at the end of the video. I really appreciate all your support. It means a lot. Thanks, guys. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to be reading in August is Billy Summers by Stephen King. This book is a brand new book. It comes out August 3rd. I have it pre-ordered. It should get here to my apartment on August 3rd. That would be great so that I can read it and start it the day it comes out. And I'll have a review out for you guys for that. And yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm pretty sure, what's it about? It's like a hitman. It's about literally the description of the book starts with there's a hitman with a gun in a room, and some plot develops after that. Not really sure what it's about, but as you guys know, I subscribe to everything Stephen King. And so I'm going to read this book, no matter good, bad, terrible, whatever. I'm going to read this and give you my opinion on it. Hopefully it's good. The last outing that I read, the most recent one that I read by Stephen King later, not a huge fan of. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing. It didn't really live up to my Stephen King standards. So hopefully Billy Summers gets back to that for me. All right, the next book that I'm going to read in August is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Last month, I read Pride and Prejudice. Well, I tried to read Pride and Prejudice, and I'll talk about this in my July wrap-up, but I DNF'd Pride and Prejudice. Couldn't really get into the writing. It was really just difficult to get through, wasn't enjoying it, was kind of bored about 100 pages in. And if I'm not enjoying it a third the way through, I don't think I'm going to enjoy the book the rest of the way. So I put it down. I don't think it was really worth it to keep pushing through just for the sake of reading it, just for the sake of having said that I read Pride and Prejudice. So this month, I'm going to try again in my classics journey, and I'm going to try once again with Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Hopefully this one is written better. Not written better. Don't get me wrong. Pride and Prejudice written exquisitely. Obviously it's Jane Austen, she's an all-time writer, but hopefully the writing in Jane Eyre meshes better with my reading style. I hope I enjoy the writing more in this one so that I can actually get through it. I can enjoy the story, because Pride and Prejudice was just a slog to get through for me, and so that's why I put it down. So I'm hoping that Jane Eyre does a better job of that for me. All right, and then I'm finally gonna be finishing the Lord of the Rings series. I'm gonna read Return of the King, the 3rd book in the trilogy, and I'm really excited for this. I started the trilogy a couple months ago. I think I read the 2nd book. I read The Two Towers, I think, in June. And so I really enjoyed that one, and I'm not sure when I read Fellowship of the Ring. It may have been in May, may have been April, not entirely sure, but I'm finally going to be wrapping it up, and I'll be giving you guys a series review for it. I want to do a little video where I talk about my first time reading Lord of the Rings, because it is such a quintessential fantasy series. It is so revered and so loved by many, and so I just want to talk about it, give my opinions as an intro reader, a beginner reader, because I've read some fantasy, but I'm not well versed. So I want to give you my thoughts from that perspective. So Steve from Steve Talks About Books and Stuff, I'll link his channel down below. On his forum, he talked about how he wanted to start reading The Gunslinger and the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. And this is something that I've been wanting to get into for such a long time, because I'm a huge Stephen King fan and I want to see how all of this connects, all of his stories connect. And so I'm really excited for this. So I hopped on. I'm gonna be joining for the series. We're gonna be reading one a month, I'm pretty sure, and then I think I'm hosting either the 3rd or the 4th book. We're gonna be having discussion videos for each book, and so for the month of August, we're gonna be reading The Gunslinger, and I'm so excited for it. Watch out for that discussion video on Steve's channel, I think. and I'm just really excited for it. I've heard mixed things about the Gunslinger. Actually, I've heard bad things about the Gunslinger, but there's like 1 or 2 people that love it, which I really hold their opinion in high regard. So some conflict there. I'm hoping I enjoy it just because I am a huge Stephen King fan. So look out for that. We're going to be discussing it. I'm really excited to be starting the series finally. Okay, and for the 5th book of the month, I'm going to be reading a Discworld novel. I'm still unsure whether I want to be reading Mort or the 2nd book in the City Watch series. So I put out some feelers to see if I could do like a group read or buddy read or read along with a couple of other booktubers for Mort and the death novels in the Discworld series, in like the Discworld world. The death novels in that, the death series. But I'm not sure if that's gonna go down. So right now I'm stuck between picking whether this month I'm gonna read Mort or the 2nd book in the City Watch novels, because if that like group read were to happen, I would want to start it in September probably. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna see. I don't think it's gonna happen. Let me know if you guys want to read it along with me, and then I'll pick up Mort this month. But that's like TBD for right now. And then the 6th book I want to be reading this month is the 2nd book in the First Law trilogy, Before They Are Hanged. I like a Dumbo that I am, I bought the Last Argument of Kings thinking that it was the 2nd book in the trilogy, but it's actually the 3rd. So now I gotta order the 2nd one, and I'm gonna finish the series because I enjoyed the first one so much. So I'm like 99% sure I'm gonna like follow through and read the whole thing. But I gotta order that one. I thought I was ordering the 2nd book, so my intentions are clear. I want to be continuing the series, and later this month I want to read the 2nd book in the trilogy. Okay, and those are all the books that I'm going to be reading this month, a total of 6 I believe. So watch out for that. I'm probably going to have reviews for most of these books, if not all. I'm going to have reviews for all of these, so if there's any that caught your eye or that you're really interested in, or you're really interested in me reading, leave a comment down below. Let me know which ones you're interested in reading, which ones you're interested to hear about, which ones have you read before, and yeah, just start a conversation down below. That'd be great. I love talking to you guys. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe down below. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a great one.